Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here today at AudioControl. So today we want to go over the brand new and exciting DM-RTA with you guys and show you some of the features and how to use it properly. So the very first thing that you're going to notice is we are plugged into this, and we actually don't have a source playing right now. The source is actually the DM-RTA. Built into the DM-RTA is a USB drive that holds all your pink noise, your sine wave information, and your polarity clicks. So we have it all powered up right now, and we have this as our source. We're coming out of our RCAs right here into our DM-810 processor, and then we're coming back out of the processor into the DM-RTA. With that, we can take a look at our RTA and see exactly what's going on the signal and turn our pink noise on and off. So if you're using this as a test tool and you're going into your amplifier processor, you simply can click on pink noise, and then you're generating pink noise into your amplifier or DSP. And you can see there that it's all real time, and the resolution is incredibly quick and fast. With it, you do have the ability to have 1/3, 1/6, and 1/12 octave RTA resolution. So the other thing that you can do with the DM-RTA is go ahead and take a look at your signal path as you're looking at this, and you can switch over to voltage, and you can quickly see exactly what kind of voltage you have line driven into the DM-RTA. So if we increase our output level, you can see that the DM-RTA is effectively looking at the voltage coming out of your product. So really cool features built into it. The other nice thing is now we can go ahead and, while we're looking at the RCA output, we can go ahead and switch over to the oscilloscope. And when we go and switch to that, we're going to go ahead and switch over to the sine wave. We're going to run a 1000 hertz test tone through it. And you can see here that the oscilloscope portion of the DM-RTA functions fantastically. We can go ahead and increase the level until we start to see distortion. And quickly you can see right here that the oscilloscope functions excellently. And you can go ahead and, while you're tuning your car, get your level setting done properly as well using the DM-RTA. So we can bring that level back down, go back to the RTA and take a look at it and see, okay, here's your test tone. Another nice feature is that with the USB holding all your sine wave information, you can quickly go through and do anything. So if you were doing a subwoofer tune, you can just click on that, go 60 hertz, and now we're playing a 60 hertz sine wave through here, so we can start to tune our subwoofer amplifier. Other awesome features of the DM-RTA is we can just simply unplug this, and what if we wanted to look at the backside of our subwoofer amplifier? So now we're going to go ahead and, using the D4800, we have our speaker level outputs coming. We can take our speaker level input, plug it into our speaker level there, and you can quickly see now that we have a subwoofer output already tuned coming out of the D4800. So not only can we test our RCAs really quickly, we can then plug in our high level output from an amplifier into the speaker and quickly see exactly what kind of frequency range we have. If we go and click back over to pink noise, then we can see here exactly what we're dealing with looking at the RTA. So clearly you can see in the screenshot here that we are dealing with a subwoofer output. Talk about an effective, amazing tool with the tuning capabilities between the DM-RTA and our DM-810 software. Other cool things about it is the Polarity Checker, which we'll look at in just a moment. But again, if we go to the oscilloscope, we turn sine wave on. So we can go ahead and go through and put a 50 hertz tone through there, or a 60 hertz tone for tuning a subwoofer, and then we can see the oscilloscope functioning properly. We can go ahead and increase the level output until we start to see it square off, and bring it back down. So again, another effective tool, and that's now looking at the high level backside output from the amplifier. Now, other awesome thing is, obviously we just looked at our electrical signals using RCAs. What if we wanted to look at acoustical signals? Well, then all we have to do is go back to the RTA, and here we have our CM20 microphone. And we can just plug it in right here to the XLR port. And when we plug that in, what we're going to have to do is go back to pink noise, RTA, and we're going to switch this to the microphone input. And then we're going to take our mic gain and turn it up here, but we're not getting any response on here. So the problem now is, now that we're plugged in, we need to have phantom power going to the microphone, which I didn't turn on. So quickly we can go here, click the 48 volts in that top corner, and now we have the ability to look at acoustically what's going on in our room or in our system. Other cool things with the DM-RTA that guys are already doing with their prototypes is they simply take the microphone, plug it right into the DM-RTA, and have Velcro straps mount it right to the headrest, and it's about perfect positioning for doing single seat tuning in a car on the driver's side. So these are all really amazing, cool features of the DM-RTA, and the last one that I want to show you guys is the Polarity Checker. All we need to do is plug this back in, plug in our microphone, and now what we're going to do is go to the Polarity Checker portion, and we're going to turn off pink noise. We are going to make sure our microphone is plugged in and it's calibrated, and then we can start our measurements for polarity. And when we do this, we're going to click on yes, and you can hear the clicks starting to come through the system. You hold the microphone right up to the speaker, and you can tell if the speaker is in phase or not in phase. So another good quality piece of hardware here in the DM-RTA. Just to go over the hardware itself, the DM-RTA does have a built-in battery pack that will last during tune from 3 to 5 hours. It also has that USB information for all of your source clicks and information. It also has a level controller. So when I just demoed it, we were doing all the level outputs on the actual software, but there's also a hardware level adjuster here as well. So all of this is built in. You have multiple outputs, including balanced output, unbalanced output, and then you have several digital outputs, including optical, coax, and USB. So all the new cars that are in the marketplace that only have USB audio input, you can just simply run your USB directly into that, and all the source generation can be done through the DM-RTA. So again, thank you for taking a look at the DM-RTA. We're looking to start shipping these in the next couple weeks, hoping to catch up with back orders as soon as possible, and thanks for joining us.